Welcome back. Many of us Hawaii kids grew up watching wrestling on TV, and when it comes to the sport, it doesn't get much bigger than the WWE.
Yeah, it's huge, right? A local athlete just made his debut in the ring, fulfilling his childhood dream. Derek Kravitsky has his story.
Aloha means goodbye! Sure does.
Don't let the slam scare you. Behind the beastly physique of WWE's newest powerhouse is a local boy living out his childhood dream.
Every chance I get the camera on me, the shock is going to go up. And then every so often you might see one or two false cracks.
Jeff Cobb grew up watching wrestling on TV with his dad in Pearl City. The 42-year-old says Hulk Hogan sparked his passion.
And what you gonna do when Hulkamania and the largest arms in the world run wild on you?
Just seeing him on TV and like the red and yellow, and it's like, say your prayers and take your vitamins. And when I was like, man, I'm gonna be like him when I grew up.
Cobb's family relocated to Guam, where he eventually earned a spot on his high school wrestling team, but not on purpose.
I saw a flyer that said wrestling. So I was like, oh man, like I thought that's what wrestling was. I thought I was like, oh man, they're gonna teach us how to like do elbow drops from high places. I didn't know anything about amateur wrestling at the time. When I showed up and I was like, wait a minute, there's like no ring. It was just like a mat. And I was like, yeah, way off on that one.
But Cobb embraced the new sport, punishing opponents through college in Missouri and even competing for Guam at the 2004 Olympics.
I was definitely getting a little bit bigger as, I guess, time progressed. My freshman year, I wrestled at like 160 pounds. And then the year I did the Olympics, I was wrestling at 184.
Then, a few years later, an unexpected opportunity back in Hawaii.
I remember flipping through the TV one day, that like on the local access channel. I saw that there was a show coming up like in 2 weeks on Sand Island Access Road. So I rode my bike from Foster Village all the way down to Sand Island Access Road and watched this wrestling show. It was everything that I wanted it to be and more.
Cobb introduced himself to the owner of Action Zone Wrestling and signed up for classes.
Got the big man up. Have you ever seen the Final Solution come like this? Oh my God!
At well over 200 pounds, Cobb's ability to backflip and dive across the ring earned him the nickname Mr. Athletic and eventually 3 AZW heavyweight titles. But life on the road wasn't always glamorous.
Wrestling 3 shows a week, every week, every month. It gets kind of rough after a while on the body.
Driven to succeed, Cobb earned stardom on the independent wrestling circuit, and WWE offered a tryout in 2014.
They said no at the time, and like that kind of like hurt my ego and just me in general. I was really bummed about it.
Undeterred, Cobb continued to rack up championships in smaller promotions, boosting his value.
From 2020 to 2024, I had like two or three other offers from them. I was very fortunate in my career where I could turn them down and be fine with it. And then finally they got me.
Cobb says signing his WWE contract finally validated all his hard work and sacrifices.
I kind of felt like I was in a dream, just because I was like, what if my mind is playing tricks on me and this is like, I'm really just sleeping right now.
Oh, look out! A clothesline! Who the hell?
Cobb's debut, attacking one of the company's top stars, thrust him into the spotlight.
Oh my God! That's Jeff Cobb!
It's very satisfying to hear a big reaction when the camera panned to me. It was I'm glad they focused on my face and not my arms. I had like the biggest goosebumps you've probably ever seen.
Now a member of the Friday Night SmackDown roster, Cobb has a new name.
As JC came running in, and then the big kick from JC Mateo.
And even though JC Mateo is an on-screen villain, Jeff Cobb has a babyface message for fans looking to follow in his footsteps.
The main thing is just never give up. You can't give up. Because if this is your dream, then you gotta do them.
Tour of Islands! That's scoop power slam! JC Mateo!
Derek Kravitsky, Hawaii News Now.